Yo, what's going on, y'all? 805 Just here, the real Capri Sun, Mr. Cranberry Funk. I still have all of my wisdom teeth at this moment, at this age. Ventura, California is the place on my birth certificate. Shout out to everybody within Ventura County, everybody that is within the 805 up and along the Central Coast. Shout out to everybody touching the Pacific Ocean out here in the West. Let's just get right into it. I gotta address somebody right now that I've been appreciative of their artwork, their art. I've appreciated their talent. Some may even call it a gift. I don't know if that's his specific gift or not, but the person that I'm gonna criticize right now, I'm a supporter of, or I have been a supporter of over the years. The person that I'm referring to, the person that I'm addressing is Wale, the artist, the rapper, the musician, the poet known as Wale, who hails from D.C., Washington, D.C., the DMV area. Shout out to all my family and friends out there. Over this, I wouldn't even say the weekend because it was technically yesterday. It was Monday. No, I'm sorry. It was Tuesday or Monday. Was the BET Awards, the 2025 BET Awards. I don't know if Wale performed. I don't think he performed, but he was a guest there. He was in attendance at the BET Awards. And there was a point in time, it looked like maybe he was just arriving or he was coming through a certain entrance, or I don't know where it was hosted at. It looked like maybe an arena or a theater. And in the hallway, he ran into Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat, the streamer. He was a co-host with Drewski, the comedian, and Kevin Hart, the comedian. All three of them basically hosted the BET Awards. And Kai Cenat was streaming, as streamers do, and as one of the most popular and well-known streamers. I would say not only just in America but internationally. He's big. He's out there. Young guy in his early 20s. Kai Cenat runs into Wale backstage and greets him, daps him up. They have a little quick conversation, and then Wale continues on, I'm assuming, into the theater or arena. And Kai Cenat gets in the vehicle, with the driver, gets in a SUV or a Sprinter or something like that. And Kai Cenat says live on stream to his following and his audience, he didn't know who that was. Okay, now I'll say this. I didn't expect how should I word this? I assumed that Kai Cenat would know who Wale is. Not saying that Wale is, Michael Jackson status or anything, and that's no diss, but I just assumed he would know who Wale is. Wale has been an artist, a rapper, musician, for many years now. I think Wale, if he's not in his late 30s, he's in his early 40s. And I just assumed with, all the hits that he has and the critically acclaimed music and albums and mixtapes that that Kai Cenat would know who that person is. So I'm surprised. I'm not hating on Kai Cenat for not knowing, because look, if you don't know somebody, if you don't recognize them, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that serious. But I do think that award shows and any form of entertainment, when you hire someone to host or you hire someone to run the show, you hire somebody to entertain, you should probably get people that know who the people in the building are. Because I didn't watch the BET Awards like that, but I did see a lot of people online saying that I guess this might have happened multiple times. Like there were a few times during the BET Awards apparently that Kai Cenat didn't recognize the celebrity he was in front of, or didn't recognize the person that was around him that he's interviewing or talking to. And it's unfortunate, but it makes sense. If Kai Cenat is, I don't know his exact age, but if he's 21, 22, I would say even if he's just under 26, 25, he's not going to know who these people are who are, my age and up, 30 plus, or even in their 40s and above. But here's where it got twisted. Here's where, ego sets in. Here's where pride sets in. Because Kai Cenat was live, because he was streaming, word got to Wale that, Kai Cenat, when he got in the car, he was like, I don't know who that was. I think Kai Cenat even called him Wale. He mispronounced Wale's name, which, I'm sure Wale's had to deal with, through the course of his life and career. I don't recall his full Nigerian name, but I know Wale is a shortened version of Wale's full, Nigerian namesake and whatnot. So at some point during the award show, Kai Cenat, he's sitting next to Snoop, and he's either interviewing Snoop, or he's just talking to him, but he is on live. The camera's on, his mic is on, all that, right? He's streaming on whatever platform he uses. And Wale approaches him, and you can look this up. It's on social media. It's probably on YouTube as well. You can find it here somewhere. Wale approaches Kai Cenat and basically says, "Hey man, you had me looking crazy, in the hallway, da da da. We got to talk later about this." And Kai Cenat is like, "Oh, my bad, dude. Like, my bad. My bad," and kind of laughs it off. And Wale is serious. Like, Wale has a stern tone. Like, he is visibly upset, or audibly, because you hear him. You see him, but you really hear him talking straight and saying, yo man, you had me looking crazy, da da da. We got to talk about this. Yeah, we'll talk later, da da da. That's where Wale messed up. You got to let that go, dude. You got to let that go. That's ego. That's pride speaking. Not everybody's going to know who you are, and that's okay. And in fact, most celebrities prefer people don't know who they are, because they don't want, people asking for autographs and selfies and that type of thing. So for Wale to be upset that this young, early 20s, influencer, streamer, whatever you want to call Kai Cenat, just because he didn't recognize you in the moment, or didn't know who you were in the moment, and now you have to go try to straighten him out or press him, at a downtime during an award show. Wale, you doing too much, man. You doing too much. And y'all can hear my tone. Y'all can see how I'm talking. I'm saying this respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying this as someone who is in the age range of Wale. We might have been in high school at the same time. I'm not sure. Probably college-ish age, around the same time. But he's not too far from my age, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm saying this to someone who, would be a colleague of Wale's, and just saying, hey man, don't do that next time, man, because it'll happen again. This is not the only person who's gonna not recognize you, or maybe mix you up or get confused with you and somebody else. Like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, he didn't mean no harm. I'm pretty sure Kai Cenat didn't mean harm. He didn't make a joke about it. Like, he didn't clown you and be like, yo, who was that? Who was this dude? He didn't do that. He was just, as he was transitioning and they were moving him to, somewhere else in the building or a red carpet or something, he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I didn't know who that was. It's like, dude, not everybody's gonna know you. Like, what? See, if I could talk to Wale face to face, if I could talk to him over the phone, I would ask, what was the purpose of you approaching Kai Cenat and saying, we got to talk later? Is it because you felt slighted because he didn't know who you were, or because, you want to do some business, you want to have a meeting with him? Like, I believe it was because Wale felt slighted. Wale felt like, oh, this guy didn't know who I was, and now I look like a fan or not. And it's like, dude, nobody, if Wale never would have went to talk to Kai Cenat after their interaction, because he really he interrupted the interview or whatever the moment Kai was having with Snoop Dogg. He stepped in, like, he cut in and was like, hey, real quick, hey, we got to talk later. You had me looking crazy. Like, no, Wale, he didn't have you looking crazy. None of us that saw that clip thought it looked like a genuine dap up. It was a dap up handshake. Hey man, how you doing? Da da da. Good to see you. If he didn't know who you were, either way, he was being polite. Either way, he was being nice. Like, so, Wale got to fix that. I hope, an OG or a veteran in the game, somebody, is in his ear or is able to pass that message to him, and Wale is receptive of it and receives it, because now he looks like the crazy one. You look like the dude that's, 30 something or 40 something, and you're snapping on a 20-year-old just because they didn't know who you were. He didn't disrespect you. He just said to his audience, to his followers, to the people watching him live, hey, yeah, I didn't know who that was. Who was that? He didn't say it rude. So, Wale, that was nasty, man. That was nasty. I think a lot of people are on my side as well. You got to clean that up. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of that, because that's not a good look for you, PR wise And as you know, you have fans and people who support you. They don't want to see that, man. They don't want to see that, and it's not helping. So Wale fixed that. Yeah, that's what I got on that. As always, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being subscribed to the channel. I appreciate y'all the most. If you're not subscribed, it's all good. No pressure. Don't worry about it. Just know we have a good time here. And as always, peace, peace.
The gigantic going out of business sale at Circuit City has reached the final days. Get total liquidation prices on absolutely everything, like 25% off notebook and desktop computers. Take a whopping 30% off all plasma TVs, digital camcorders, and digital cameras, including SLR. Save 40% on CDs and DVDs, software, phones, faxes, shredders, and more. Get 50% off all furniture, phone accessories, and select mobile audio. Don't wait until it's over. Shop now during the final days of the Circuit City going out of business sale.